What is up, everyone? So last Friday, the Bitcoin halving completed, and soon we will be seeing that Bitcoin supply shock that will raise the tides of everything. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about an interesting meme token on BaseChain where the meta that's being used for this narrative hasn't been used yet. It's new, it's unique, and very interesting. Now, this project is almost a month old. The holders is constantly growing, the chart is very healthy, and the trading volume has no bots to manipulate what the trading volume actually is, which is something you want to see. Now, if you know anything about Matt Furie's Comic Boys Club, which is where Pepe, Andy, Brett, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏 came from, this is tying into that. And the thing about this is, in that comic book, and I'm going to show you, he actually used the name Peezy in that comic book, and no one's actually used this meta for any type of a meme coin as of yet. And so this project decided to take that meta and utilize it is because based off of the comic, it is said that Peezy is Pepe's alternative persona. And to make it simple and plain, just like my full name is Michael, I use my stage name or my alternate persona as Mike the Investor. And so basically that's where that narrative is coming from, but we're going to dig in a little bit more. But first, let's dive into the chart. Now, as we can see here, looking at DEX tools, the current market cap at the time of this video is around 5.39 million market cap. Liquidity is around 238K and just under 1,500 holders. You can see 24-hour volume, 280K. Now, as you can see, in my opinion, I think we're getting ready to retest this all-time high and set a new all-time high, because what we just did today, we retested the current all-time high, and you can see we're bouncing off of this line of support, and I think we're about to see a 10+ million Peezy. All right, so again, not financial advice, never telling you to buy, hold, or sell, but again, just giving you my honest opinion and thoughts. Now, if you briefly look at the Twitter page here, as you can see, still fairly small, and this is why I said this project is still quite unnoticed. However, it is using legitimate meta from the actual Boys Club comic book, which makes this thing stand out. So if you look right here, and if you want, I can put this down in the description, but this is zipcomic.com, and you can just type in Boys Club. So this is the Boys Club, right? You got Pepe, you got Brett, you got Andy, and you got 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. If you go to the second part 2 here of the issue, and I got it pulled up here, you're gonna see, now this is a little bit explicit just for you guys to see, but however, I have all of my content for 18+ older audience, a mature audience. But again, I want to show you where they're actually getting this narrative. This isn't a derivative of Pepe. This is a legitimate narrative that's being used from the comic book, right? Which is really what caught my eye. So as you can see, you got Young Peezy right here, right? And this is on pages 142 and 143, so you can actually see this for yourself. But as you can see, it says Young Peezy getting my tan on, right? And if you go back one other page, he mentions it again. Brettness, you can see Brettness favorite shirt ever, Young Peezy, wow, you look great. So just showing you in the actual comic, he's actually used these names, and this is where the project is getting their meta and getting their narrative from, right? It is the alternate persona of Pepe. So let's briefly look at the website here. If you look at their website, youngpeezy.net, you can see Young Peezy is the alternative persona that author Matt Furie gave Pepe in the Boys Club comic series, which we just took a look at briefly. The very same comic series which gave birth to Pepe, as you can see is the image below. Pepe is known as Young Peezy among social networks. And this is what I just showed you on the actual comic PDF version, which they have screenshotted on the website. So this is legit, guys. So as you can see, it says Young Peezy is the only other official name that Pepe goes by in the Boys Club comic series, which are the comic illustrations that created Pepe and his slacker roommates, Andy, Brett, and 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. So this is giving you basically the full about and how all of this came about and how Peezy actually ties into this. So again, Peezy is basically Pepe, but it's alternative persona, right? Just like my name is Michael, but I go by Mike the Investor. So you can kind of see how that ties in. This is the purpose of, Peezy. I'm not going to read all of this, but just so you can kind of see it for yourself. And again, I will have all of the socials and the links down in the description, the proper contract address, and all of that. You can see LP is burnt, contract is renounced. There is a billion supply in tokens, so not just a massive supply. Here is some of the art. The art does look really well, and if you noticed, compared to Pepe, Young Peezy or Peezy kind of has that new generation look, right? So you can see who they're trying to get that attention from as well. Now, at the very end of the website, they do have their own theme song. Now, I'm not going to play this, but I just wanted to show you. Now, heading over to CoinGecko, the only place you can purchase this right now is going to be Uniswap. So it's not on any centralized exchanges as of yet or anything like that. So again, you're gonna have to get it on a DEX. But again, I do like the narrative of Peezy. It's different, it's unique, it's a legitimate meta that's being used from the already successful comic book. You can just see what Pepe's done. You can see what Brett is doing. You can see what Andy is doing in Land Wolf. And now when you're actually utilizing one of the metas that hasn't been used yet in the comic, this could definitely do very well. So I like to see where this project can go. However, so far what they've been doing is very, very good. Very organic growth, as you can see from the chart, as you can see from the stats, and just by the amount of holders, a little bit under 1,500. You can see this project is still quite unnoticed, which I think will change here soon. But again, let me know down in the comment section, have you heard about Peezy? Do you own Peezy? Do you like the narrative that's being used for it? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section, and I will catch you all on Wednesday.